guys had questions about Aimchess. So let me bring up Aimchess and let me go full screen. All right, so here is Aimchess. And so what this does, what Aimchess has is if you pay for it, I don't remember what you get if you don't pay for it. You just don't get all of this. But you can load up your games. So it says, what do you play on? And I tell it, I play on chess.com and Lichess. It'll go out and grab my games, a lot of games. It'll also allow you to do scouting reports. And I do this when I teach. So like even if I'm teaching, if I'm giving you a lesson, Ite or Bandit or Vivacon, if I'm giving you a lesson, I can do a scouting report on your games. So as an example, let's do a scouting report. I'm going to create a report and I'm going to do it on Flavio because Flavio's the man. Flavio, do you play mostly on chess.com or Lichess? Which one do you play more on? So I can pick which one. Hopefully you're still there. Flavio? Flavio? Mi amigo? Let's go back here and let's find out. Oh, Lichess. Awesome. Man after my own heart. So I'll leave it Lichess. Now, I can pick what speed. And you guys have heard me say 100 times, Ultra Bullet, garbage for me, for teaching and for playing. Bullet, garbage for me, for teaching and for... Blitz is actually still too fast for me for teaching. Rapid is perfect. It's fast enough that you guys can play a lot of games. You don't get bored. It doesn't take too long. But it's slow enough that you should be able to think. And then we have Classic. And Classic would be great, but we're going to try Rapid. And it's only going to do the last 40 games. The last 40 games you played. And, oops, my bad. I picked the wrong one. So I did not do your name correctly. Okay, I want to delete that. I don't know if I can. Nope, I guess I can't delete it. So I'll try again. And I'll do it correctly this time. Flavio, your name is just Flavio Salsa, right? In Lichess. Let me just go back to Lichess. Check out Flavio Salsa. Yes, my bad. Okay, we're going to change that to Rapid. And you would think it would, and I'm going to have to talk to them. So they're also asking for me to give them feedback because I use it as a teacher. And so they're like, yeah, give us feedback. Let us know what's good and what's bad. And so I need a way to delete this when I type in the wrong stupid username. That's a simple thing. So this is going to take a little while because it's going to analyze your games. And it says you only had 39 games, Flavio, in Rapid. So we'll wait for it. All right, so let's go back to, while it's doing that, I should be able to come back here. So I have warm-up studies over here under this where you can't see so well. It says my students. Actually, I could just move that over there for you. So my students, which I do have students, right? If I click on it, I get to see all my students that take my in real life class, and I can see how they're doing. Yeah, I can click on it. So like Chess Wizard, you guys know, I can look at his statistics. And so here's his statistics over time. And this is the last 14 days, and I could say I want the last 30 days. And it will give me, he won 22 games, drew 6, and lost 28. So for him, that's a lot of losses. He's usually playing much better than that, I thought. So don't know why he's losing so many games. But these are all the different categories it uses. I can't see your chat. You have more games? Oh, well, it might have only done 39 so far and was going to do the 40th, and I moved away. We'll take a look. But it tells you, and you notice it has a little yellow exclam here, because that's things that he needs to work on. His tactics have dropped. His advantage capitalization, meaning that if you were winning, if you're ahead of material or position, do you capitalize and win the game? His rating has dropped a little bit too, accordingly. His time management has gotten better. It's gotten much better. His resourcefulness, meaning when he's losing a game, does he find a way to come back, has fallen and not doing too well. And then his endgame is also not doing well. All right, so this is, I as a teacher now take this and I can do a full report and I can take a look at everything that's going on. And in the full report, it actually shows me how he's doing against people rated near him. So we saw that he was declining in a couple of categories, but overall, against his peers, he's pretty close. But of course, we want to be better than our peers and we want to grow. So his biggest area of improvement, it looks like, is advantage capitalization. He's not bringing home the win. When he's ahead, he's not bringing home the win. So we have win rate, openings, talks about his openings, why is he doing on his openings. Advantage capitalization is also, like I said. So you could go, this is a tool I can use to teach. You can also use this for yourself, and the thing I'm going to try out is this personalized study plan. And in the personalized study plan, this is pretty cool in my opinion. It's on a weekly basis, and again, I'd like them to make it so that I can make it on a 2-week basis or a month basis. I also want to make it so I can change these rules, because this is their program. And as a teacher, I want to be able to say, Flavio, I want you to do, only 5 rapid games, and I want you to do 5 classic games, and I want you to do no blitz games, right? I should be able to, I should be able to customize this for my student based on what we're doing and why we're doing it. But anyway, it wants me to play 10 rapid games, 2 classic games, and 4 blitz games. So I played 4 blitz games, and you don't do it through Aimchess. I just go to Lichess. I go to Lichess and I play. I went through my opening improver. I finished all 10 exercises, built from my games. These are my games. It'll show me in the opening where I lost points, I fell behind in the opening because of opening moves I made. And so it will give me problems to solve based on my opening play. It finds blunders I made and gives on blunders, it says I already finished. On blunders, it actually gives you 2 choices, this move or that move, and you just have to pick the correct move. And one of the moves it shows you is usually the move you made. So it's really hard because it's your normal inclination. So I'm hoping it gets me to not follow my normal inclination. Opening is the same way. I go over my opening moves and I find that, man, that's the way I always play the opening. And so guess what? I get into trouble because that's the way I always play the opening. And it's not the best way to play the opening, so I have to get better at it, right? I have to work at it and change it. This is, we're talking restraint and prophylaxis today. Let's get that up there instead. Okay, okay. Intuition trainer. How am I doing with intuition? Not sure exactly what that is, but I have 10 of the problems. I haven't done any of them. And then tactics, 20 tactics. I've told you guys that tactics is critical. And here we go. I don't think this is from a game I actually played it, but it very well might be from a game I played, guys. And it's asking me for tactics here. My goodness. All right, so we could spend a long time trying to figure this out, and I might want to. If I take, he has to take, you could draw arrows. The board is smaller, though. And then I could come here, but then he gets to push. I would take, he would take, and then I have to move again. He can move again, and he has the opposition. I don't like it that he has the opposition, and he'll have the opposition all the way through. Don't like it that he has the opposition. I could take, he could take, and I can move here. His king can't move up. The best he could do is push a pawn and try to stymie stuff. Now, if he pushes this pawn, I can push, and then his king could get to this square and get to my, okay. But if I take, he takes, I come here, he has to start doing this kind of thing. Again, I think this would be the correct one. If I take, he has to take, and then I'm here, remember. So I take, he has to take, it's my move. I get to go after his pawn. He's here, so he gets to go after, looks like he would get to go after, from here, he would go after that, this pawn. Can't go straight at it, so he has to go here, then here, then here, take it and move out of the way. I get to go here, take it, and then the pawn screams. So I'm thinking I take, and I'm thinking I go that way. I got it right. So I don't remember if I got this wrong in an actual game, but beautiful, right? So there's my tactic, and it's a puzzle, I know it, and it should be made from my game. All right. Yeah, it does. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to try to do this each week, but I only have one. I'm supposed to finish this on May 30th, which means tomorrow. So I got to spend a lot of time tonight and tomorrow maybe to get this done, including playing 6 more rapid games and 2 classic games. And for me, because again, time is a factor, time as in I don't have a lot of time in my life. So I'm probably going to play classic the fastest time frame I can and still be classic. If that's 10 and 10, I'll do that. Whatever the fastest is. For rapid games, again, I'll go the fastest I can. 5 and 5, 5 and 3, whatever it is, I'll do the fastest. For blitz games, this is funny, I'll do the slowest. Because again, I want to play my best. I want to give myself the chance to play the best. And I don't want to play blitz and just play fast. I want to play well. So I'm going to play the slowest blitz, probably the fastest rapid, which will still be slower than the slowest blitz, and then the fastest classic, so I can get that sweet spot for me where I can get these games in, and I got a lot of games to do. I tried it last week. I didn't get all the games in. 5 minutes for blitz. I don't. Not 5-0. I don't do 5-0 bandit. I like to have an increment, especially if I'm streaming. But even if I'm not streaming, again, the reason I don't like 5-0, the reason I don't like less, the reason I don't like bullet is because most of those games are lost or won on time. Even if you get checkmated, many times you're losing on time because you get low enough on time that you're playing lousy moves. And so if you're playing lousy moves and that's how you lose the game or win the game because of the clock, it's too fast for me. And you might be better, I'm sure you are better at blitz, because I'm lousy at blitz. You're probably better than me at blitz, so yeah, that probably works for you. But yeah, I try not to do that. So I'm trying to do the personalized study plan. There's so much here. I mean, I could do studies, right? Fundamental checkmates. I might check that out later. Training room. Here's all the things based on my games. Remember I showed you the charts for Chess Wizard? Here's all the things that I can work on, including a time trainer. I got to show this to my brother. He has trouble with time. The best players know when to calculate and when to simply play a good enough move. Practice the skill with our time. Oh, I gotta have him try out the time trainer. That's a problem he has. So you could do the training room, but again, I could do my personalized study plan, and I'm going to be trying that. So let's go back to my. The report is ready on Flavio, and I still don't see a way to delete that. It doesn't let me delete it. That's just annoying. All right, so now Flavio, here we go. If you were curious, you're a guinea pig for showing people what this can do from a teacher, but you could do this on yourself, right? It definitely provides this if you had your own membership. And I think you could do this for free, but it'll only allow you to use so many games. And you can only do so many scouting reports. So I think I have unlimited scouting reports because I do it for every student before I teach them. And I do it even for when I give you guys one-on-one lessons online during the stream, I use this sometimes. It just depends on where you're at. And if you're a stronger player, I'll use this like with Sudokus. I would use this with Sudokus so that he can see what it says. I can even download the report and give it to him. All right, so Flavio, this is all based on your peers. So people rated around your rating. I don't know exactly how it defines peers. I'm sure we could find out if we looked it up. All right, and it is only using 39 rapid games. Don't know why. Instead of 40, I can't tell you why. But it's okay. 39 is good enough. So it says in tactics that you are actually doing better than your peers. Your peers are at 58% accuracy, if you want to call it that. With tactics, you're at 62. In the opening, your peers are a little bit better than you in the opening phase. They come out of the opening better, and they are at 73%, and you're at 69%. So this will tell you that you might want to spend a little time with openings, and you're doing good on tactics. It says on time management that you're doing better than your peers on time management. I'm just going to offer Flavio that in the championship match you did, I thought you played too fast every game. So I don't know if time management accounts that. I don't know. And maybe time management it looks at is only if you're getting into time trouble, because you definitely didn't get into time trouble. I thought you played too fast. But anyway, resourcefulness, you're almost exactly on with your peers. Now, 30% and 31% for resourcefulness, we'd want you to get better at that anyway, and then your rating would probably go up, right? And resourcefulness, again, is where you have a problem, where you have a deficit, where you're down points, or where you're under duress. Can you find a way out of it? And then we have advantage capitalization, and you are doing very good at that. When you get a lead, when you get ahead in material, when you are winning per the computer, it says that you capitalize 95% of the time. You win 95 out of 100 times. You take it home. Your peers are only at 74%. So you're doing better than your peer group at capitalization. And the end game, you are better, and I'm going to just take credit, Flavio, that, it's because we work on end games together. But your end game, you're at 62%, and your peers are only at 48%. So what would you work on in general? Looks like resourcefulness, openings, time management says you're okay, and tactics, you're okay. You're winning in tactics, and actually you're just a little bit behind on openings, and you're actually almost even on resourcefulness. But now, of course, you want to be better than your peers, because then you will be not a peer anymore, because your rating will climb. All right? Try personalized lessons. You can get personalized lessons from them. But you can look at the win rate. It tells you how you're doing. It says with the white pieces, you win 65% of the time. And with black pieces, 53% of the time. But overall, in the last 40 games, you've won 59%. So you're winning more than half of your games. And it says you're probably a bit underrated right now. All right, it says also we look at openings. Remember, I said that's one of the ones that you're just a little bit below your peers. And you have this as black is where you're looks like you're doing worse. Then as white, you're doing pretty good. All right, your popular openings. Now, you may never ever play the England Gambit Complex, but if you've played a couple of games against someone like Chess Wizard who plays the England Gambit Complex, then it's going to tell you it's a popular opening for you. Because it's the name of the opening, it doesn't care who's actually on the black side or the white side of the opening. So if somebody plays Sicilian against you all the time, you'd see this would also tell you the Sicilian. And then we go on. Let's see. So again, you could get personalized lessons based on the openings that is telling you that you need to work on, or just openings. And then it interprets advantage capitalization. Again, get personalized lessons, Flavio. Resourcefulness, that was one that we said that you could use work on. Get personalized lessons. Tactics, and endgame, which you're doing pretty well at. You often lose endgames to your opponents when you should have equal winning chances, though, it says. So at equal winning chances, you're not doing as well. And it even tells you per weekday, if that is interesting to you at all, it tells you what weekdays, when you do better winning and losing. So you could use this for lessons. And so let's say we look at resourcefulness, because that's one that you had trouble with, it said. And learn how to defend in complex positions. Now, this is for you, Flavio. This is totally tailored to you. So you tell me what you want to do. I brought it up so you could see, but this is your lesson. So black to move, looking for a resourceful answer. You're down a queen, so, I mean, I don't know, right? I mean, but this would be maybe where you're looking. I don't know. I don't even know what it wants. Let's take a look at help. So theme, defensive move, learn with sensei, suggest the piece. Well, we know the piece. It's the king. Or suggest a move. Okay. So this is beautiful when I teach usually that you only have those three. You don't even have this square. So you only have two possible squares to go to. And the question is just which one should you go to? So Flavia, you would pick. I'm going to assume you'd pick here. And I'm wrong. Look at that. It says you're wrong. So you could restart the puzzle, by the way. Oh, okay, I'm falling asleep. I am totally falling. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Yeah, don't ask me, Flavio. That was a brain dead moment. Senior moment. Senior moment. I'm turning old in a week and a half. So that was a senior moment. Okay, then we would push, right? And it says next. So whatever you did in the game may not have been that. But anyway, let's do the next one. Flavio, we'll give you some time. We'll give you some time. I tried to answer that one for you. White to move. Black chess, let's see what black did. Okay, he didn't take a piece. Black is trying to trade off your bishop for his, and it's white to move. What do you do? This is like, what do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? And we're not looking to see if black made a good move or not. We're trying to see what move you should make. And these are based on your games, supposedly. So you may or may not remember these. Okay, so, well, yeah, Rudy, you're not Flavio. So, yeah, I agree. Bishop takes. And now what? Flavio, what do you do now? But you're correct, Bandit. You're correct. And this is fully, right, endgame win. Yeah, and that's enough. So, if he comes over here, you have this choice. Boom, and boom, and boom. And the pawn goes down. And if he goes this way, you get to go this way and eat that pawn and then move over. And yeah, very good. So,